Good afternoon, traders. Today is Monday, November the 8th, 2010. Sorry I couldn't get a video out this weekend. I was extremely busy, but I just wanted to update you guys and let you know what I'm looking at today and what's going on with the markets. This morning I traded. I'm going to show you what I traded. I started off actually with LVS. I had a slight loss. The tape was really wicked in that thing. There's a lot of volume on it right now, so you got to be careful if you're inexperienced. But even as an experienced trader, I mean, there's always a chance to lose money, especially during fake outs. But I'm going to start with this Schlumberger and show you guys why I did trade it. I got long Schlumberger right here on this pullback. I saw the 66 was a level of mine, or I believe it was Friday's low. And my bias was looking for a long on this stock, for a long bounce during the morning hours. It came above the 66 here. I didn't catch it because I was messing around with LVS, unfortunately. It pulled back, and I knew if we held above this low right here, that was my chance to take a long. So when we broke above this, I got long right here at 52. And I held it. And I bought a little more at 60, which was right about here, and I averaged my price out. My average price was around 56, and I rode this thing all the way up, and I actually sold it at 75. I could have made more money, just a little bit more, but I was happy with my profit. And as you can see here, this is a little flag consolidation. You see the little flag forming here, and it also held above our level at 74.66, so it was a nice little trade. Next, I want to go over gold. And if you guys look back, if you've been watching my videos, you know when we approach the 1300 level in gold, that Friday, it was the same scenario. That Friday we closed under 1300, and I told you guys what would happen. I said that the Chinese markets would firm up on Monday and they would break it through the psychological number. Well, it's the same thing, and this is going to continue happening on the rise up. Now note this, all of the gold miners that have been reporting have been saying that gold will reach 1500 by February of 2011, which is only a few months away. For that conclusion, gold has had an amazing run. In the last 4 days, it's ran up over 70 points. So we're looking at it right here from a technical aspect. And if you want to short this thing, I think you would be dead wrong. Now, gold this morning, it pulled back to 1383, and that was a pure buy. And the reason, because they were going to get it over the psychological number. The Chinese markets did firm up, and that's a main reason you should buy on every dip. If you know what to look for when you're trading either a strong commodity or stock, and you have strong fundamental reasonings, and you have a high probability risk of making a successful trade, I encourage you to either, if you're bearish, short on the pull-up, on the ups, and then buy on the dips. And if you would have done that with gold this morning, you would have been very profitable. I do not recommend, this is for me personally, I don't trade the gold futures contract, and the reason is because it's so expensive to trade besides other commodities, excuse me. So I usually trade the GLD. And we're taking a look at the GLD right here. Remember, the gold's markets close at 4:15 on Friday, and then they reopen on Sunday at 6:30. So we had that pullback, and it was to our level that we have marked at 135.68. And right after there, this is what we do. We usually don't buy in the first pullback. We wait to break our level. Then when we pull back, if we hold above our level, we are bullish. And we start allocating some money into this around 135.70. And as you can see, gold could get up to 137.70 today, which would be a 2-point move. If you want to look at the GDX is up today, which is the miners. It's really moving strong, and you know that ABX had been lagging a little bit, which is one of the mining companies, and now it's looking really good after GG came out. And I listened to the conference call, and that's where I got the head CEO and the CFO saying that they see gold going to 1,500 by February. This is once again strong over this 46.37. It was a buy. Now I'm just going to switch to the markets real quick, the E-mini futures, and I'm going to show you guys what's going on with this. Okay, so right now the market has had an amazing move. I'm looking at a 1 minute time frame right here, and I'm going to show you what I did this morning. So I felt that there would be some short-term profit taking going into the morning session, but I knew that I needed to be buying on dips. I felt that financials would have more profit taking than others due to the massive upsurge in volume over the last 3 days. So I shorted a little bit of JP this morning. S&P came down a little bit, and then we just been being bought on dips. And here's another thing. Hopefully you guys can incorporate this into your trading strategy. That first low in the morning is a very significant level, just like the first high of the morning. I recommend always marking these two levels along with the opening and yesterday's close of the day. You know, if we get above yesterday's close, there's a great chance, if there's buying in the markets that got us above it that's heavy, that we will close and make a higher high on the day. So I mark this line at the low of the day, and if we break below this, retest it, and then pursue down, make kind of a, B, C, and then a D formation. I don't know if you guys follow the Elliott. I really don't, but this is just a little configuration example. That would be proved to be bearish. Now that didn't happen. When you make the low, this is where you get long. And this is what I did to play this, is I actually got short the SDS, which is the inverse S&P. It's a little cheaper and you can load up a little bit more. And 12.15.50 was the buy target, and look, you just wrote it up here, and I actually just took profits right here at 12.20. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Excuse me, I typed in the wrong symbol. Alright, here we go. I'll show you exactly where I got short. I got short at 25.73, which was right here. They ran it up, and I actually scaled into it. My most of my position was filled by 25.70, and I covered at 25.54 exactly. I had about 800 shares on of that. And one more I want to show you guys real quick. Actually, two more things. One being John Deere. Another one I traded this morning. 78.12 was our level. We approached it, we consolidated, we held above it. My order was out there. I got filled exactly at 78.12, and from there we had a substantial move up, and our line to sell was 78.62. You see this maroon level. It's good that you guys, when you trade a stock, that you always need levels on it, whether it's a open, yesterday's close. These are two things you must always have. And I also used yesterday's open, and you guys could go ahead and take a look at that on your own time, back test it, but it really works great. So that was an easy 50-cent move right there, and my stop was only 10 cents under. These are the kind of trades I look for. Now I'm going to switch to crude oil. And a lot of times crude oil trades in correlation with the markets. My prediction is that crude oil will continue rising, just like other commodities. We already had a report, which I'm going to put in the description of this video, that there's going to be massive inflation coming. And we actually have McDonald's, Walmart, all of the big Fortune 500 companies that sell products to consumers saying that in the food variations there will be inflation. And you guys could research that, but yeah, crude tends to trade in correlation. When you see crude being bought, that's usually in line with people strategizing, saying that they think the economy is doing better when crude prices go up. That's why they charge the consumer more money. I know I have a diesel truck and I'm paying in Florida $3.10 a gallon, and it's going to keep going up, guys. I wouldn't be surprised by January, February, with gold being bought up again and crude rising, that I'll be looking at $3.50 to $3.70 a gallon for diesel. So definitely keep an eye on that. 90 is right around the corner. We had a 6-point run up in crude in a 3-day time period last week, and that's pretty major. And the last one I'm going to look at is the dollar. And the dollar worked a little inverse. There was a divergence, I should say, on Friday because the dollar went up and the market went up as well. Now, I know a lot of people trying to get long. I might as well just switch to a 1-hour time frame. Trying to get long around this 76 level. They're hoping for a pullback to allocate more capital into this dollar futures index around the 76 level. And before, when we ran down, there was major demand, just like at 78. 78 is a key psychological level. So we're going to continue watching the dollar. Right now, if we slip below this, 77.04 level, as you can see, it's highlighted in maroon. Maybe we could go down a little more and the markets could firm up. And the last thing, sorry guys, I just wanted to get this in here for you. This X right here has had huge short covering in it. That's all it was. They reported a terrible quarter. I researched it, I listened to the conference call. But if the market's going up, then you're going to see short covering, and stocks like steel, coal, and everything are going to continue going up. Even A&R missed on earnings, but they went up huge. X, I got long X at 47.62, which was right here, and this level came from Friday's open. And I just had a quick scalp, and I made 10 cents, and I sold it at 72. It's not a big winner, but if you even have 500 shares, it's $50. You hold a position 10 minutes, you're not going to make that at any job unless you're a doctor. And I swear, this is the last one right here, A&R. Like I said, they reported a terrible quarter, but Barron's came out this weekend, and they said that the coal stocks were doing pretty well, and they expected that they were undervalued, and they expected them to go higher. So what do you see? You see a modest slight decline in the morning session to shake out all the rest of the loose hands and to fake out all the people that bought right on the open that have buy stops. And right after that, where do we find support? 45.51. What is 45.51? It is Friday's open, and we use this level. You get long here, 45.60, say. We consolidate, we don't break back below it, and you ride it all the way up to 48. You make 2 points. I hope you guys have a profitable day. I'm going to get a couple more videos out this week. And just remember that we have Priceline reporting after the close, and it's going to be a pretty big market mover. This morning we had SYY report, and they missed on earnings. The stock sold off. I tried to get long 29.12. I got stopped out. MDR, if I'm right, they report after the close, and they report today for sure though. Rax hosting, they report. Then we have QGen, QGen, I believe after the close too. And then SLW, Silver Wheaton Corp, they're running up right now. They also report today. All right, guys, have a good one.